Welcome back, gamers. We are just about ready to get into our third match of the day, Tudorule versus Aquacorde. Nerdy, what are your expectations for this match? What do you think? Who's going to come out?
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting. Aquacorde obviously had a great performance during the playoff qualifiers, and we saw just basically dominance. Not quite as dominant as the mid-season showdown from Hacking Noises, but kind of a similar first place for most of that entire tournament. And so I was definitely impressed by Aquacorde, that's for sure. Not only winning a lot of games is hard when you're going against sometimes upwards of 100 other runners, and so I was very impressed by that. I think that's a very makes him a formidable opponent. Tudorule though also has been playing well this season. Qualifies top 12 is no easy task, and therefore I think this match is going to be good no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, I personally think I'd give a little bit of an edge to Aquacorde just because of the experience he had in the qualifiers. Obviously, again, Tudorule did make top 12 just off the phase points. So that is definitely something to keep in mind. But I think if I go to the leaderboard for phase points, Aquacorde was 15th. So Aquacorde is only 15 phase points behind Tudorule on the leaderboard, so very close, and has that very recent tournament experience from playing in the qualifiers and did very well in those. So I think that experience just might give him a little bit of an edge, but both these players I think are going to be very evenly matched. So very excited to watch this best of 5. But Nerdy, before we get into the best of 5, we do have another player interview, this time with Aquacorde. So we are going to send you guys over to that, watch what he has to say. Some very exciting stuff, and then we'll be back.
Yo, I'm Aquacorde, and I'm a 20-year-old Minecraft speedrunner from British Columbia, Canada. I first tried speedrunning around late 2020, but I was really bad, and I don't think I got any completions at that time. I picked it back up about a year later, and decided I wanted to actually grind and get good at the game. After about a year of running, I was a sub 20 runner, then about another year after that I was a sub 10 runner, and now recently, finally a year after my first sub 10, I'm a sub 9 runner. I also got blind world record along the way, which is really cool. Wow. Which also had the fastest nether split ever. And finally now I'm in ranked playoffs, which is awesome. I didn't really get into speedrunning myself until around 116 came out. And I don't think I actually started doing runs until December when I saw Kerway's world record. And then after that I fell down the MC Star rabbit hole and started watching a lot of streamers like Dowski, Dylan, K4, Nerdy, Feinberg, and Rain. And then I think when I started to actually become good at the game, I kind of molded my playstyle around people like Xylinox, Crooks of course, and Silver and Rao. My experience in the qualifiers was great, but honestly really unexpected. I was going into it thinking I definitely have a chance to qualify, I think I'm good at the game, and I was starting with the second most points. But I was also functioning off of about 6 hours of sleep and I think a banana and a bit of yogurt for breakfast, so wasn't feeling the best, didn't think I'd do amazing. Definitely did not expect to be first for the entirety of the qualifiers, that was crazy. I didn't even get first on any of the seeds until the last one I was already guaranteed in. But I think I was just consistently top 10 or 5 on most of the seeds, except for one where I got lost in the stronghold. But yeah, I was just really consistent throughout the whole thing, which was awesome, and it feels really good to make playoffs finally, because I felt that I'm good enough to make it, but I just haven't really grinded ranked enough or done really well in the quals until this season. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think every match in this bracket could really go either way. Everyone is just so good at ranked now. But I definitely feel confident that I can win my match, especially if I play like I did in the qualifiers. I didn't realize until after, but I didn't one cycle a single time in the quals. I ground zeroed on the first seed, and then it was just 9 straight 0 cycles, and just 0 deaths, completing every seed. So if I play like that, I think I have a really good chance, just keeping up that consistency. I think I'll definitely need to play a bit faster. I was just playing really safe in the quals, because I knew if I just complete every seed, I'd do good. But yeah, I'm gonna have to lock in, just play a lot faster, and hopefully I can do well. Fun fact about me is I have a lot of followers on TikTok for some reason. I think like 160k. I think it used to be 170k, but I don't post anymore because you don't get paid in Canada for TikTok. They just have no creator fund there, which is great. But yeah, I used to do like parkour gauntlet videos. Like I would do Fruitberry's parkour gauntlet with different blocks. My biggest one, I did it with sand and I got like 13 mil views and like 2 mil likes, which is crazy. I think even had some speedrunning ones that did pretty well, like I think a high percent speedrun that had like 1 million views. But yeah, I don't really post on there anymore because I'd just rather speedrun. I don't think people on TikTok would really know what's happening if I just was doing bow die or crossroads zero cycle. I don't think they would enjoy that very much, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
Some good stuff, bro. Bro's getting fleeced by TikTok.
Wow.
No creator fund in Canada. That's kind of BS. No.
That's brutal. That's brutal. But yeah,
That's kind of BS.
That's cool though.
I remember seeing that the other day. I remember someone sent that. I don't know if it was like an HBG or I was just talking about it on a call, but I think we were like talking about Aquacorde because of the quals, and like someone mentioned they're like, this guy's got a big TikTok. I'm like, I don't have TikTok downloaded, so I didn't know that, but I was like, oh wow, like that's actually a significant amount of followers for TikTok.
Oh yeah.
But unfortunately, I guess dead TikTok because A, no creator fund, B, no speedrunning, but I mean, he's put the effort into speedrunning and it's been showing, right? Very consistent qualifiers play and is in the bracket. So hopefully he can play faster. Like he said, it was playing very consistent in the qualifiers to, just finish all the seeds and qualify. And so we'll see if can translate into potentially some speedier play in the bracket against Tudorule.
Yeah, some good numbers here. We've got less than 200 games in the ranked season. Did win that. That's another Minecraft accomplishment, winning not only qualifying but winning the playoffs or the qualifier playoffs.
Qualifiers, yeah.
Soon to be the playoffs though, right? Of course. 58% win rate, not bad. 1143, not bad. I think that's around what we've been seeing today. Just good overall stats.
Yeah. Only thing that really sticks out to me is just the amount of games played, only 180. I think if we throw it over the Tudorules, this dude's on ranked all the time. I feel like this is going to be a large number. I'm just totally wrong. Okay, maybe Tudorules just always play when I'm watching people stream ranked. I would have guessed Tudorule would have had like over 1,000 matches, but he's only got 500.
Wow.
But I mean, that is more games. Win rate is a little lower, but is a bigger sample size. And a little higher or a little lower, I should say, ranked average time. Right. So we have seen that matter in the matches today. Both the runners that have had lower average time have won the both the best of fives, and it's been, if you add the what am I trying to say? If you add the like results together, it'd be like 6-1 because it was like 1-3-1 and 1-3-0. So the player that's had the faster average time today is up on the seeds 6-1. So I mean, I think it is a pretty good stat. It is just literally how fast you are on average. Granted, like you can have outlier games, right? And if you make that one mistake and you have the outlier game, when you play ranked and you forfeit, it doesn't count towards your average time. Because not only are you not beating the seed, you're also losing and you're not finishing the seed. Or like if your opponent forfeits, it doesn't count towards your time either. But in ranked playoffs, no forfeits. You got to finish the seed out. If you make a mistake, it's just over. So it is possible that some of these runners might have a good ranked average time, but they're forfeiting a lot, or like, only playing fast seeds, stuff like that. Like maybe the actual averages are a little higher in reality for everybody because you're not getting those like maybe 12, 13, 14-minute completions when your opponent forfeits on like a no food seed or something like that. But yeah, I mean, it's still close stats, all things considered, between the runners.
No,
So
kind of pretty similar. And we've won one and lost one. So once again, we'll be at least playing more games than they've ever played against each other today. That they will play more than they've ever played against each other before.
yeah, will be very exciting. And let's throw it over to the seed pick bands before we get into seed 1. Desert Temple pick. Seen that banned in the first 2, and now it's the first seed of match 3. Very exciting stuff. I enjoy the Desert Temple picks. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
And like you said earlier, I feel like it's the most similar to Village Overworlds, and Aquacorde did ban the Village. So it is maybe motivates Tudorule's decision a little bit in picking Temple, just because the overlap, stuff like that.
No, I think that makes sense.
Similar seed types. Not entirely sure.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, those two are just kind of the most similar, and I feel like I don't know. I mean, maybe you could argue the Desert Temple is more similar to the Ruined Portal, just because you
Lower
sort
food
of
potentially.
like lower food, yeah. But I don't know. I feel like those three are in general are just the most similar. Whereas the other two are of course similar to each other as well. I feel like it's they just have different sort of play styles overall. I feel like,
Yeah.
how you approach looking around and such. Anyways, Desert Temple.
Lava pool on the screen as well, so no thoughts there as to how to find that. And the only thing that currently sticks out to me is Tudorule's timer is all over the place.
Yeah, listen, I respect it. It's a good placement.
How?
I
mean,
well,
it's small enough to where I think you can just mentally block it out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that it's just chill.
Well, I think the factor that you're not considering here, Feinberg, that I think Tudorule is really, like the edge that he has here is it's funny.
Yeah, but how does that affect Aquacorde's gameplay? Aquacorde doesn't know.
It's just funny. Like that's the extent. Like axiomatically, he's valuing funniness over competitiveness.
Big word.
I respect that.
A big word. But I believe you because it's.
I'm just.
Smart.
What I'm trying to say is it's funny, and I respect that.
I see the line. But very standard Temple Overworld here. The only thing that I did notice is Tudorule. At least I think it was one of the runners. I think it was Tudorule got Flint from the bottom TNT in the temple, and Aquacorde didn't. There was gravel like on the side, and I think it just depends on like maybe what side you like even blow up the temple from, right? Because you can put the TNT on any of the 4 edges, or like any of the 4 sides, right? Or corners, right. I should say. So also a little bit of explosion RNG perhaps as well. So I think Aquacorde maybe got a little scammed on the Flint, and I think he's getting very scammed on the water. Didn't find the water pool that Tudorule did in that forest, so Aquacorde is running a marathon to the ocean and back to get a water bucket, and Tudorule is able to enter the nether maybe 15, 20 seconds ahead. So not the best start for Aquacorde here.
Yeah, I mean, I think that really comes down to the timer placement here. Like, I mean, ultimately, that's like really the difference here between these two runners.
Tudorule's constantly looking at his timer, the like water pool overlap of the timer.
Yeah.
I see the vision.
It is interesting though. I do feel like is that like I don't watch Tudorule enough. Is that like a consistent Tudorule? Or is that just like a for the playoffs or like?
I think he consistently has his timer. I think he consistently has his timer like this.
That is fascinating. That is fascinating.
But it's just like you. I feel like this. Like I said, it's small enough to where you just wouldn't notice it. Like you can just play, and like maybe he wants it closer to look at in like peripheral vision or something. I don't know.
Oh, is it not for a bit? I thought it was totally for the bit, like the way that they're spread out from
No,
each
no,
other.
there are people that just run like this. I think
Oh,
this is like
interesting.
maybe
Oh,
the
interesting.
cleanest like separated like weird timer thing I've seen because it's just like small enough to where I feel like it really doesn't get in the way that much.
Hmm.
But I've seen some
Yeah,
people with timers in like whack spots, man. You can get freaky with it. That's all I'm saying. But Aquacorde seemed to make up honestly a pretty good amount of time in this Bastion, mining these backup blocks at the same time Tudorule is. So potentially starting the trades at like very, very similar times here. I think just took better terrain to the Bastion. I don't know. Like it didn't look like he did anything that differently, but he did just end up saving 15, 20 seconds getting here. Oh, Tudorule went up. That's what it was. That's actually exactly what it was. I'm remembering now. My head. I was like, it doesn't make any sense. But Tudorule went up. We got top-down chests. So if Aquacorde needs to go up and get those, then it will be time loss. But if he doesn't, it's looking good for Tudorule.
Crafting some iron bars preemptively.
Not for preemptive, actually, for ground
Not
zero.
for
But
preemptive,
it is a preemptive craft.
but it's a preemptive craft. Yeah, I gotta be
Yeah.
careful using that word. Wait, why is it called preemptive? Now that I'm thinking about it. Wait, what is the logic there? Okay, sorry. I don't need to get too distracted, but is it just because you're like preemptive? Wait, what are you preemptively doing? You're preemptively finding the portal room, I guess?
Yeah.
But I feel like that's true with like the Bastion Pyre stuff. Not Pyre stuff, but
We should call it
whatever.
preemptive ray for the Nether, Sebastian.
Preemptive navigation. But isn't that what you do for? Wait, why isn't like using the E-ray? Why isn't that called preemptive? Aren't you preemptively finding? Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. I'm getting I'm getting distracted. I'm getting distracted.
I see what you mean. In other news, Aquacorde is first into the fortress after being significantly behind entering the Nether. So very interesting. I also wonder why. Yeah, so Tudorule is going to do a donut here. Aquacorde did a weird 3 TNT setup, and it just looked awkward. It looked awkward what Aquacorde did. Like it wasn't that clean. It took him a long time to set it up, and I don't think it got 100% of the blocks. And it's not like you need the TNT for anything. I don't know if it's that impactful of a decision, though. I don't know if it really matters. But still, I think still no Blaze Rod. There's the first one for Aquacorde. Yeah, so not amazing rates. And yeah, both runners still have good food as well. 4 pork chop for Tudorule, 3 for Aquacorde. There's rotten flesh also, but that won't be obviously as useful during a 0, potentially.
4 rods here for Aquacorde. Oh, getting lit on fire.
Ooh,
That's not good.
Oh,
Oh,
wow. That was a lot of fireballs back to back, and he can craft a gap. So
that's good.
I think is probably still like saved from having the hunger reset, but that was a lot of damage that he could have avoided, and just unfortunately didn't. Miss popped a fire res.
If this is super far though.
Yeah, who knows?
Add stronghold. I don't know.
Both runners measuring at the same time, but
McDonald's
oh
there
my
for you.
god, I'm so hungry. Oh my god.
How do you feel?
That was crazy. Now he's gotta put that away. He's gonna brother stop. What I got distracted. I was saying Aquacorde has 6 rods, so he's able to leave. Tudorule still needs 2 more rods, but he's able to leave now as well. So both runners leaving at very similar times. Tudorule trying to pre-craft, almost made 2 banners, but has the bads, has the anchors. Oh my god.
Oh wow.
Oh, has to get the purling out. Got, I think, skeletoned off, and then wither skeleton hit. Barely purlings before dying. That's just not good time loss or food loss. Only 2 pork chop left on 2.5 hearts. Aquacorde is digging to cords right now.
Here we go. Placing the obsidian here for Aquacorde. It looks like Is it possible that Tudorule's in a different area? No, no. Okay, he's going
No,
over.
going towards the same court too. Yeah.
I'm just paranoid from last match, going to the wrong chords.
Everyone mismeasuring or desyncing. Yeah.
Yeah. And there we
Wow,
go.
straight
Boom.
down mid
Insta
nav for
nav here.
Aquacorde. Has the gap as well, so no need for a hunger reset. Gonna pre-eat it because he does know he has the time. Tudorule just now got into the stronghold. And it's 54. No pro clip for Aquacorde, and it's a little awkward. A little bit of a high overhang, but is this pro gonna be good? Wow, tall tower though. 97 off of a cage. Was the pro that he threw good enough? Not even close. Needs to clutch somehow. Gets it.
Okay. Now it's up to
And
Tudorule.
Tudorule is now going, and he's not going to get high enough, but he's committing to the lower setup now. Wasn't hit off by the dragon, so he can commit to this.
I believe Aquacorde. Was it Aquacorde that crafted the? No, I guess not.
Tudorule has that. I mean, if Tudorule hits this side setup, it's just over
Yeah.
for Aquacorde fans as he's committing to the half bow. And that was an ugly third bed. I don't know exactly how many explosives we have, but very nice double bed. 2 more beds as well, but dragon on 1 HP.
Yeah.
And
There we
Tudorule
go.
is going to clutch seed 1 off of a side setup 0.
Good stuff.
Very
there
well
from
played.
Tudorule.
I'm not sure if Aquacorde thought he could still make the top setup and just didn't realize he was going to get hit off, or potentially, yeah, I mean, because he sent building it and everything too. Tudorule very instantly committed to the side setup there, so that was the difference that I guess ended up mattering. Aquacorde in the end first, but couldn't get it done. And Tudorule takes the first seed.
That is a bit. Yeah, I mean, food misusage on both ends there overall in that a little bit. Taking some unnecessary damage rather. But I would say overall both runners played pretty well. It really came down to, I guess, Aquacore just missing the 0.
Yeah, I mean, very, very, very close seed. Basically the entire way through. Aquacorde, again, a little bit slower on that nether enter due to having to get water from very far away, but very close, brought basically all the time back into the fortress and the stronghold, but just wasn't able to 0 cycle when it mattered. And Tudorule was. And so that's a point for Tudorule with the 0 proficiency coming into play. He wins seed 1.
And there we have it. Yeah,
very
I
good
mean,
stuff.
we got. I like seeing matches that close. I'm excited to see where these next matches. I feel like, I don't know, no major mistakes really. I mean, I guess that missing the 0 is like, I mean, I wouldn't even call that it's like a death. Pretty good Minecraft throughout. That first match, very close.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll see more of that in these next coming matches.
Is it a BT or a shipwreck?
It's a
It
BT.
is a BT, which means
That's what
we're
I'm friggin' talking about.
Gonna see a shipwreck on seed 3, and again, you have to play both of them. And BT and shipwreck, I would say, are the 2 most similar seeds in terms of playstyle. So maybe this pick doesn't really matter. But again, if you find the BT faster than your opponent by a significant amount, I mean, we've seen ranked playoffs matches where someone just whiffs the BT for 20, 30 seconds. And that could matter. That's a very, very big thing, not only just for the time save, but for the mental as well. If you're the
Right.
runner, you're missing the BT, trying to bounce back from that situation.
Yeah, hopefully that the Aquacorde can reset the mental going into this next seed. I believe in Aquacorde. I believe in Tudorule. I want to see another good match. That was a pretty good match overall. And the McDonald's, maybe it's McDonald's.
Dude, I'm
maybe
gonna see it again because we're doing BT. It's just I just ate
no.
lunch and I'm so hungry again. He can't be doing this.
What do you think is carrying him harder, the time replacement or the McDonald's hamburger?
It's got to just be the McDonald's. I mean, that's what it would be for me. And so it would just be that for everybody.
There you go, chat.
Nuggets are life, bro. I don't know what else to say.
Nuggets are life. I thought you would say the quarter pounder is life.
The Nuggets are like more consistent though.
Okay. Fair enough. I mean that's fair. That's fair.
Life is Nuggets. Life
Meanwhile,
is
while we're talking about McDonald's, these two are enjoying themselves to the delicacy of having 8 salmon, which is, I think that's like as good as it gets.
It's the most amount of food you could possibly have out of a BT. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is phenomenal. I will be honest. I would easily take 8 salmon, 8 cooked salmon over McDonald's any day of the week. Fiber. I'm sorry to say.
It
That
is
would
just
be-
better than like 6 cooked chicken or like 1 beef.
Yeah. It's just
That's not a very good comparison though, because like
Isn't it the same
6
as chicken?
cooked. Well, yeah, but like 6 cooked chicken for nuggets is not like it's probably just 1 cooked chicken for the nuggets, and you just break the chicken up. Like 1 full chicken is not 1 chicken nugget.
Yeah, I have no idea.
You know.
But yeah.
Anyways, Treasure Bastion on the screen for Aquacorde. Found some very nice terrain to get here. And Tudorule looking for the fort. Treasure is the weirdest bastion in that regard. Does have a mob spawner at the bottom, so pyring for the fort is not doable under normal circumstances. There's some very niche tech like Fortress E-Ray. I really don't know if it's caught on at all in the ranked community or even in the any percent runs community, but it is technically possible to E-Ray for a fort off the top of a treasure. It's just weird. And so I don't know what these runners are going to do to try and find this fort, because I don't think either of them has information on where it is. Could be wrong. They could have seen something that we didn't. They are playing obviously in full screen. We are watching them in windowed. They are probably playing on higher refresh rate monitors, all that jazz. So it is possible that they saw something we did not. But I don't know what they're going to do, Nerdy, if they didn't.
I mean, I feel like overall these runners are looking pretty much the exact same. I'm just noticing that, yeah, I mean, food usage about the same. I mean, they're just in like very similar positions. I'm not noticing too much deviation in the routes here.
Really not much you can change in a treasure like this. You just kind of grab the
Yeah,
backups.
just kind of.
Only thing I noticed is 10 obsidian only for Aquacorde. This could result in potentially having to go to lower treasure for obsidian, which would solve the pyrite problem.
Right.
Oh, nope. 21 obsidian from Aquacorde. 39 string only. So we'll see.
How much are we up to?
We get maybe 1 or 2 more one or two more string trades there.
We just need explosives. There's 48. I mean, you could go on that.
It is 4-bed 3 anchor maybe because of crying obsidian count.
Oh, interesting. Look at this. Tudorule is going. He's sending it on the lower treasure, and so is Aquacorde.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know where the fort is. It's definitely, I think, the right play. You know, just have no idea where you're going, and it's not worth taking that risk. No looting. In the
I thought maybe we were gonna trade some of that extra gold. I wonder if let's see if no, neither of them go for it.
Yeah,
I was wondering if you think about going for that that extra wool, but I guess it makes sense not to, just from the perspective of saving time. It's not going to save you that much time. Oh, there we go though. Tudorule does get some more string. So we're good. We're chilling.
Could make a difference in the 0, but don't think so. And Aquacorde getting a little turned around on this terrain. Probably just sort of go back the way you came. Was very open here. I think this is a sort of a diagonal fort back to the left. But Tudorule might have handled this terrain a little better. Definitely got out similar time, but we'll see who actually makes contact with the fort first. But I think they're literally in the same exact spot in the seed right now.
Right.
Yep. I mean, actually within like 5 blocks of each other right now. Same spot of the fort, going up basically at the same spot.
Within like
they're actually 2 blocks away. Yeah, they're 2 blocks.
Actually, like That's crazy. That's wild.
Pearl building up at the same spot at the spawner, get the same one blaze. It is standardized from ranked. But difference here now, Tudorule pearling to the second spawner, Aquacorde committing to a blaze bed on spawner 1. But they were very synced up there for like 30 seconds.
Awesome.
It was like a Minecraft chain together. Couldn't move
Yeah,
more
true.
than 5 blocks away.
Using the TNT in one bed.
Yep. Tudorule with the double explosive, fully clearing out the spawner, but he doesn't get the fire out, and so he gets a 1 spawn off of this
Oh, that's
blaze.
a disaster. Absolute disaster.
It's not good because spawns are standardized. So Tudorule, I think, is at a different spawner. So I don't fully know how that works. I think it is still standardized, like spawning speed wise. It's sort of just like takes over. Like the spawners aren't different. It's just like spawn 1 from any spawner should be this. Spawn 2 from any spawner should be this. Something like that. But not good that you ate one of those spawns by some fire and it's only 1 blaze. As I say that though, how many rods does Tudorule have on this blind? Aquacorde 6, Tudorule 6 as well. But Tudorule's first eye in the wall, and Aquacorde is at a different spot in the fort here, so might not be in this Mega Taiga. He is though. They are big biomes, so does make sense.
Actually, only having to throw 1 eye here though. Maybe if did one of those break for I feel like
Tudorule?
is that the third or fourth
Tudorule is
eye?
throwing like 3 eyes. He's throwing 3 eyes because 1 went into a wall.
Yeah.
And that
I don't think he lost any.
No, Aquacorde's just able to go.
4. I'm pretty sure he threw 4.
Well, none broke for Tudorule either though, so he's able to just go as well. But Aquacorde pre-crafting a lot of things. Bow for the bed, double beds, potentially gold picks for cords, and he's on his way. Tudorule doing actually the same thing, pre-crafting at the crafting table at the portal and then going as well. It feels so wrong to craft there and kind of do nothing, but it's not like you're really overlapping the crafting anyways. It just kind of has to get done at some point, so might as well do it while your crafting table is already placed down.
It's just constantly teasing you at the McDonald's, Feinberg. It's just brutal.
Yeah, not a fan.
During lunchtime, that's just what is he doing? It's just, he's trying to make enemies out here. That's what I think.
But here's Aquacorde digging through the wall, crafting more gold picks. It's very scuffed. He's like doing gold picks for a bit and then boat crawling again for a little bit. But he's found the cords. Tudorule still has 35 blocks to go on the Z.
Oh.
And Aquacorde's dead. Fall damage death.
Wow.
He was on 3 hearts, maybe even 2.5, so couldn't pearl clutch down. The same thing is going to happen to Tudorule. Let's see how much damage he takes. He's on 6.5.
He's digging down. He has a pearl.
But I don't think it's a 6.5 block fall.
He pearls,
it's a 2.5 block fall with a pearl. And that's all he needs.
Oh my god, the
Hoglin.
Oh boy.
But he's able to save it. 1.5 hearts. Would need to get RKO'd by a Hoglin above him. And I don't think that's going to occur.
That would be awesome.
And unfortunately, a very untimely death from Aquacorde.
Yeah, that's brutal. I don't like how easy is it? I guess you have the cords in Ninja Brain Bot, but it could be slightly annoying, especially without pearls to get back there.
Yeah, just getting back to the terrain, and Tudorule did dig down at the same spot that Aquacorde was, so presumably he's just below the stronghold right now, or to the side or something. Maybe he built it 1 block offset because of the Hoglin. But
True.
Aquacorde did dig down in the same spot, died in the same spot that Tudorule pearl clutched. So, yep, there's the stronghold. Just a little bit above it in a cave, presumably. And there's the spike. Is it true?
I love that
1
pearl.
heart, aggressive pearls, and he's there, yeah. It's great. It's a great play until there's a skeleton around the corner or a zombie around the corner.
That's true. No, that is fair. That is fair. I just like
it is the correct.
It looked really cool.
Play.
It looked really cool.
It is correct. And here's Tudorule getting ready for the 0. Needs to pearl clip here.
Oh,
and can't get it off. So
Wants to go
it's
for it. Looks like he's
yeah,
still gonna
I
go
guess
for
he's
it.
still going for it. Yeah.
Ooh, that's not a great pearl either.
No, I mean you do have a lot of time on these. Maybe he's just gonna go to 90.
Yep.
Yeah, gets that bet off, and the crystal's not broken. Very good recovery there.
Ooh.
Now the question is, does he have the
He messes it
explosives?
up.
And the dragon breaks his bed. Yeah.
I don't think it should matter because
It doesn't. He has four anchors in the hotbar, so can set up a 4 anchor 1 cycle. Still also has 3 beds. Granted, if Aquacorde gets his stuff back and Tudorule gets a legendary awful perch, the door is still open. Aquacorde is back at his stuff. It's scary. There's some lava there. It's possible that a lot of things burn. Does he have eyes?
Is he?
Oh, he needs to
Some
go
of his
higher
stuff.
for his stuff, maybe. Yeah, I think he died on height, maybe.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, I
there it
think
is.
that's where
I think
most
it's
of his
good.
stuff is.
Aha.
Does have eyes. But again, Tudorule now just waiting for the perch. And I'm not sure in this day and age what the force perch looks like for ranked, if it's after a couple minutes
There it is.
or doesn't exist at all, but he gets the perch anyways.
Bam. And that's just gonna be easy. Gonna go for the
Wow, a
3
3
plus
plus
1.
1. Yeah, very, very clean anchor. And just off the back of Aquacorde dying, I mean, Tudorule choked the 0, but it just didn't matter. Was able to clutch it out. Didn't make as
Fantastic.
big of a mistake as Aquacorde did. And that's a 2-0 up for Tudorule. We could see another quick 3-0 nerdy, very possible.
Yeah, no, absolutely possible. I do feel like Tudorule is being a little, I think it's just been deaths and yeah, well, I guess no, there was a missed 0 last time. But we had just a death here just deciding the entire game. Aquacorde, they were literally within a second of each other in the fortress, finding the stronghold. I guess
Aquacorde
not
honestly
finding the
probably
stronghold,
a little ahead going to Cords as well, because
Yeah, I
he only had
believe-
to throw 1 eye instead of 4 or 3 or 4 in the
Right.
overworld.
Yeah, true. Yeah, and that's another thing. Like Tudorule could have gotten really punished for that, but fortunately for him, it was totally not a problem. Not a problem at all.
Yeah, it's just those mistakes that end up mattering too much, and I think Aquacorde unfortunately made one of those mistakes, died to fall damage. But we are going to see in the analysis segment, which we're going to throw you guys to in just a second, could Aquacorde have pearled in that situation? I don't know. We'll see. But that's why we have Fulham. That's why we have our analysts. So we will throw it over to Fulham, break down those 2 seeds, see if Aquacorde can bring it back together and make this a close series again.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back in. Aquacorde is currently fighting an uphill battle against Tudorule right now, and we're going to try and analyze exactly what those seeds in Seed 1 and 2 have pertained to. We can see there's been a couple of substantial differences between these two runners. Initially, in the very first Seeds overworld, we noticed that Tudorule was able to spot some water very easily by going to a slightly different lava pool. And by being over in this area, you were able to spot this water much easier. However, unfortunately for Aquacorde, it did mean that he was in the nether maybe 30 seconds too slow in comparison to his opponent. Later on during this seed, the other big issues did occur, whereby Aquacorde has entered the end now and goes for this 0 cycle, attempts to go for the top setup, as we're about to see. And unfortunately, even though he does push for it and almost gets there, was potentially too overconfident, gets hit off by the dragon, hit twice, clutches well with the pearl, but unfortunately for him and for his supporters, it was not going to be quite enough because the time for the perch was going to be too long. We noticed that Tudorule was able to see that he was maybe a little bit too late to go for the top setup and decides to drop down, opting for the slightly safer but slightly higher explosive requirement side setup, as we see here. A couple of slightly poor damage beds at the very beginning, but with a really nicely timed crossbow, I believe, coming out we notice that he's able to pull out a really nice 2-beds there. And able to finish off the dragon in a really nice time, even getting the Free the End achievement, telling Aquacorde that it's no longer going to be possible for him to see out this seed. Seed 1 went to Tudorule for that exact reason. Very, very well played. Very comfortable in the end. However, it was Aquacorde that entered the end first, and we thought it may be the same in this situation after seeing that Tudorule had to throw a multitude of eyes to be able to actually get the correct measurement. We can see this is the 3rd eye that's been thrown, and it's not 100%. Notice this is the 4th eye now thrown, just to be able to get 100%. Let's run that back really fast. Eye 1 went into the wall over here. Eye 2, I think he moved as he threw it, and then decides to throw one more eye. This, as you can see, that's the 3rd eye. We can see them all right here on the screen at the same time. 1, 2, and 3. And even this 3rd eye only gives him a 70% success rate of hitting the stronghold, as we see on the Ninja Brain bot in the top right corner up here. Only a 70% of the most likely one. And throwing the 4th eye. Fortunately for Tudorule, even though it is a very low likelihood to throw 4 eyes and none break, in this specific situation, none did break, allowing him to not need to kill any more blazes. But in the grand scheme of things, little did it matter due to Aquacorde's unfortunate, untimely death in this situation with very little food, very little health, only 2.5 health points remaining. As he's digging towards coordinates, was ahead once again, potentially about to enter the end first. But as he falls, as he digs straight down, falls while also opening his inventory, meaning that even if he could attempt to boat clutch, which was the only real option given the fact that he is on 2.5 hearts, a pearl is not possible here because that would kill him instantly. The fall is too far. The only real out that I can spot is the boat clutch, but with the inventory being open, there was no chance of him being able to react in time whatsoever, giving him just a few frames and unfortunately falling to his demise. It did allow Tudorule to take home the seed in a pretty easy fashion, just by having no real opposition, even after not successfully going for the 0 cycle. In the end, it is Tudorule 2, Aquacorde 0, and can we see Aquacorde make an insane comeback, or will we see Tudorule advance to the next round? Stick around to find out. I'll send you guys back to Feinberg and Nerdy.
I think it's possible Aquacorde can do it. I'm going to answer Foam's question. I think it's very possible. It's just, again, I mean, little small mistakes. Didn't hit the 0 in Seed 1 and then died going to Cords in Seed 2, but Aquacorde's been ahead, even or ahead in both these seeds heading into the end game. So,
yeah, I think the issue is, for me, is not so much that Aquacorde can beat Tudorule in a given seed, but doing 3 in a row is hard. Like, even if you have a 60% win rate, you know, having to do that 3 times in a row is what, like a 21.6% chance? Like, that's not good. I don't like those odds. You know what I mean? I mean, it's possible, but that's like even if a 60% win rate. And I don't know if I'd say Aquacorde has a 60% chance on a given seed. So I feel like, personally, it's obviously possible. But it's more having to do it 3 times in a row that I get a little bit worried.
yeah, there's just always some random stuff that can happen, right? Like your strays are a little worse. You have a zombie piglin wander into the bastion unexpectedly, miss the ravine. Just there's random stuff that can just happen. Like Rank does a very good job standardizing all of the trades of the rates. Obviously, the seeds are the same, dragon 0 movement, all the same stuff like that. But you can just get lucky sometimes. It is very possible. You know, you go to different spawners in the fort and then your blind is better, or you're not, you know, over the ocean or in a mountain or in a wall, stuff like that. So winning 3 in a row is definitely very hard, even if you are the best ranked player. And so being down 2-0 in the series is not a good look for Aquacorde, but it is definitely always still doable. We've seen it happen before. It is possible that it could happen again.
No, yeah, absolutely. And I will say, maybe my little statistics are a little wrong because we've talked about this before, but there is a little bit of that momentum that can happen. I think when you win two, you can kind of feel a little safe, which can be good for some people's mental, but I think to some extent it can feel like, um, I don't know. I feel like if you start to lose, it can feel like it can really snowball because you're like, oh, I really don't want to lose this 2-0 lead. Okay, I really don't want to lose this 2-1 lead. Okay, I really don't want to lose this tie game now. So I think that mentally it can be a little bit challenging to close out games, but at the end of the day, Tudorule's been playing very well, and I wouldn't be surprised if he takes a 3-0 or just wins the series in general. But Aquacorde still always has a chance.
Yeah, we'll just have to see as the seed plays out, as these runners get deeper and deeper, who's going to take home seed 3. But we have a shipwreck seed, 12 iron, 3 bread, 20 rotten flesh. So pretty annoying food situation. Can make some shears here, get a wood shovel going. And I think both the runners saw kelp to the left here, so it shouldn't be too big of an issue finding the ravine. Very standard overworld coming out from these runners. But the wood shovel could just be annoying with the flint rates. But it'll be annoying for both of them, so we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. It's definitely yeah, I think it's just neutral. It doesn't really matter how good or bad the flint rates are.
No
That being
shovel from
said,
Aquacorde. There he goes. Just forgot it, I guess. Grabs 3 gravel. And is probably just going to opt to grind that gravel in the portal. Tudorule mining a little more than 3, but still doesn't get any flint. So he's going to have to grind gravel in the portal as well. Actually, Aquacore just going to grab more down here. Yeah. I think there's like a way you can grind gravel in the portal and like also let it woodlight at the same time. Like if you intentionally like spill one like out near your feet, kind of. And that's probably just like correct. I think it's just like dank, which is why people don't do it. I'm not entirely sure. But Tudorule just grinding in the portal normally. Aquacord got the gravel earlier, but very close on both these runners, literally 4 seconds separating them entering the nether. Some good stuff.
we've got decent ways away here. A little bit of terrain nab to decide. Maybe it's to make some difference between these two runners. Looks like Tudorule is kind of going through a little bit of a warped forest. Meanwhile, we see kind of Aquacord going higher,
Yeah.
taking higher terrain, and it looks like it's working out here for
Yeah, Tudorule had
Tudorule.
a very nice way to kind of boat down there.
Oh,
Just sort of how the terrain went. So Tudorule is going to be at the gap on the stables here very quickly. Aquacord sees this lower terrain, the Tudorule's out, but he's going to build up to the warped only to boat down where Tudorule was 10-15 seconds ago. So big terrain decision from Tudorule pays off very well.
and
Is this a double triple? Wow, yeah, Tudorule. Very interesting play. Let's see if Aquacord does the same thing. He is, yeah. So very interesting play from both these runners. They're grabbing 4 gold blocks
interesting.
on the wall of the gap
Yeah.
and then just going up to the triples.
Huh.
Because there will be more pigs on the triples. They're going to grab
Right.
4 gold blocks, sort of hedge that as like extra gold for the trades. Very cool play, especially both of the runners.
Yeah, that's the thing that's surprising
opting to
me.
go for it.
I'm not saying it's a bad player that I disagree with it. I'm just kind of surprised both runners thought of this exactly the same way. I guess it does make sense, thinking about it. But
Yeah, want that consistency in ranked. Ooh, Aquacord didn't dig his piglins down enough, has to spleef them, but he gets it done. Tudorule having a little bit of problems in the double triple of his own, but piglins do seem to maybe be figuring it out. He is a little low, 2.5 hearts. And these runners do only have 3 bread, and then they're down to rotten flesh. So it's like, when do you eat the bread for fast heal? When do you need to eat the rotten flesh for slow heal? Tudorule needs to be dodging all the damage that he can. Pretty well executed there, only getting hit once.
Yeah. And we see
Definitely 20 obsidian. Aquacorde's got 18 from these chests, 20 from these chests alone.
lots of iron. Definitely might see a ground zero this game if they get lots and lots of string, which I guess they don't have a ton, but
57.
they have plenty of iron. I just
Yeah,
like
50
ground zero. I think it's cool.
Oh!
Wait, what just happened?
I think Tudorule had one piglin that was standing on gravel, that he was like elevating the trades to pick them up easier.
Wow.
And that piglin has line of sight because it's elevated. So even though the piglin was blocked off, he can still get hit, when he's on that block, and didn't
That's
have any
crazy.
gold armor from any chests, so was just instantly quickly dropped. And I mean, his stuff will be safe. The Bastion's kind of close, but that's a death that's a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and now it's completely onto Aquacorde to close the seed out. If there's no major mistake, Aquacorde will be able to take us to a seed 4. But it is all on him now. And he doesn't know it yet, but he will soon. As more and more time will pass and Tudorule will not be in the fort, he'll know that something is up, and then you can play maybe a little safer. Maybe not go for as many risky pearls, risky plays, things like that. But yeah, a Bastion death, nerdy. And that's how exciting stables can get.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why you love stables.
It's that was just weird. I don't know. I was just bizarre. I was like looking at Aquacorde. I glanced over at Tudorule. He looked fine, like not in danger, and then I looked at Aquacorde, and I looked back, and he was dead.
I mean, that's how fast it can be. He did drop like exceptionally quickly, but it was just it was no gold armor, and the piglin always had line of sight. That was all it was. Aquacorde already has 4 rods by the time Tudorule just got back into the Bastion. And the good news for Tudorule fans is all his trades are done.
Yeah. No, it wasn't like the worst kind of death. Like that was a bad death. It wasn't like, I mean, it was definitely a potential like tipping point death. Like that could be the difference, but
Yeah.
That like it's not like a death in lava or something. I would say Aquacorde's death in the last game was definitely a lot worse.
Yeah, it is just unfortunate that any death is basically GG, assuming the other runner plays well. As just everyone playing in the playoffs is just too good.
Right.
No one you can lose a minute, 2 minutes to and expect to still win the seed.
Right.
If they play well. And like, look at this, Aquacorde already hitting the chords, sub 10 pace.
And this is the kind of momentum that Aquacorde would need for him to win this game. Taking like a dominant lead,
100%.
Maybe a little bit of tilt from Tudorule, and that could be kind of the winning condition for Aquacorde. That being said, it isn't over yet. I mean, assuming that Aquacorde finishes the seed out, it is, but we've seen lots of deaths.
Choke the zero, could die digging down again, could die in the stronghold. There's still, again, yes, a lot of Minecraft seed to play, nerdy. You are very correct. So it could be anyone's game still.
And Tudorule obviously is losing, but like we said before, that death wasn't. I don't know. It was a bad death. It was a bad death, but really bad stronghold could be the difference.
Aquacorde doesn't seem like he's getting a spike. I feel like I saw one earlier down mid, but he's not getting anything. So it's either off of one of the hidden rooms and it's cold, or he's he doesn't really know where to commit here. I feel like maybe I saw it on the right, but I think you would have seen that as well. So no problem yet for Aquacorde. I mean, he has so much time that it probably doesn't matter. But he does only have Rotten Flesh. Now down to 3 hearts from
Like
some
this
skeletons.
is kind of
2 hearts.
exactly what Tudorule fans would want to see.
An Aquacorde
The
death
only
of
thing
the
better would be an
stronghold.
actual death. And I mean, an awkward death
Yeah.
would be devastating, but even just a bad stronghold, like he could lose a lot of time theoretically if Tudorule catches up here.
But then Tudorule needs to one-shot the stronghold as well, right? If he gets in
No,
there
I
and
know,
it's
I
still
know.
a bad
Yeah,
stronghold.
yeah, obviously but it's still good. This is still bad for Aquacorde from like
Yes.
a game theory.
And a mental standpoint as well. You got to kind of keep it together.
Oh, like look at the
Whiffing,
skeleton here though. 1.5 hearts and only run flesh. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at
Yeah.
all.
No, it's just constant slow heal. And it looks like he's cleared mostly everything on the left here. And Tudorule heading to Cords. I don't know if he actually has 12 or if he has 11 and he's just risking it because he knows he's behind. Wasn't fully keeping track of the rod count in his inventory, but Tudorule is going to be in the stronghold pretty soon, Nerdy. Oh, there's the portal for Aquacorde.
He finds it.
Yeah.
That's huge. That should be game. I mean, he has to hit the 0 here. He has to hit the 0. Yeah, no, that's true. If he doesn't hit the 0,
very easily could choke it. Yeah.
Oh, but did Tudorule miss?
It's possible. Maybe it was a little too high. I don't know what chord its Aquacorde stronghold was, but it's very possible Tudorule did miss. Maybe he played aggressive, threw one eye, just wanted to knew he had to catch the time back up. But I think Tudorule maybe missed. Up to Aquacorde now to clutch the 0. Very good first couple beds. Is he going to go for the double bed? Here he is.
Nice.
And very clean 5 bed. Even if Tudorule hit the portal room, I don't think it would have mattered. I think Aquacorde just had it like that. And sending us to a seed 4. Not another 3-0 Nerdy. Some good stuff. Aquacorde able to lock back in and get it done. Very good. Very good stuff.
Excellent stuff there. As we take a look at the splits here. Yeah, really, I mean, like we said, it's really just that death. And then I guess Tudorule didn't find the stronghold, so that is a bit unfortunate. Tudorule, Aquacorde losing a lot of time in the stronghold, but able to close that seed out. Now it's a 2-1 game. This could very easily, we could see a reverse sweep. This is possible. That's exactly the kind of thing that Aquacorde wants to see. Just a clean win over your opponent. Just keep up that momentum. Meanwhile, Tudorule, it's all good. 1 seed. Just need to focus back up, win one of these next 2 seeds, and you're good.
Yeah, I mean, the only downside to Aquacorde's potential reverse sweep is Tudorule does get to pick the next seed out of all 5 seed types. So did see that happen in our first best of 5 today, and was a very quick handling of Vstrid, quick handling of Vstrid didn't play Pulsar. Vstrid played Kennen, yeah. So very quick handling of Kennen on seed 4. Tudorule's going to pick the village. It's Aquacorde's ban. So, I mean, basically kind of maybe the obvious pick. You know, your opponent obviously banned that seed for a reason, so might as well send the pick that way. But that's what Tudorule's thinking, I guess, and that's what he's going to go with. But he does have to win just one of the next 2 seeds, so even if he loses the village pick, can pick a 5th seed as well. Still has that 1 seed buffer. Aquacorde does have to win 2 in a row to move on. And maybe this is when some of the nerfs start to set in for playoffs. For Tudorule, for Aquacorde as well. You know, Tudorule that close makes one, silly death in the Bastion. Otherwise, who knows what would have happened that seed, because it was so early into the seed that it's impossible to tell if Tudorule would have been able to catch up. And it felt like he was almost catching up, barely missed the stronghold. But Aquacorde spent a while in it, so maybe from Tudorule's perspective, felt like he almost was there. And is that going to affect his mental going into this 4th seed?
Yeah, we will have to wait and find out. Picking the village makes sense. I like the attitude, trying to make your opponent uncomfortable. What if you ban something that you were like really comfortable with, just to make it so that the other person thinks that they can get you, but then this does not make any sense. But it would be
Nerdy,
fun.
this is a village seed.
Wow, look at this one.
I'll tell you that. There's an igloo there as well. This
this an
is
AA
a
seed?
certified village seed, man. This is what I'm talking about.
That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see.
Does Aquacorde know what the blacksmiths look like? It's literally right there. Yeah, there he is. He's got it. But there
Wow.
is an igloo also in the middle of this village. It's completely useless.
I mean, maybe you want a gapple.
You're not even guaranteed the gapple if you go down there, though. Or
Wait,
no, you are
really?
guaranteed. No, you are guaranteed one. I'm sorry. You're not guaranteed. You're not guaranteed the apple, and that's the annoying part.
You could like splash the piglins with weakness and be like, haha, if you hit me, it'll do less damage.
Or the dragon. That'd be good.
I feel like the dragon wouldn't get affected by weakness.
The dragon doesn't get affected by any potions, no.
Oh.
But it'd be funny to think about.
That's a vibe thing. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Give it to the Blaze. Blaze with a weakness can't shoot fireballs. Thoughts?
What if
That'd
you
be
give them
cool
like
looking.
a
Tudorule, break a third
water-breathing
one.
potion?
No. He got 2 flint in a row and then didn't break the third one. I know it's slower, but I always do that. You have to let it ride. Because you break the one flint and then like you don't mentally know that it's flint, so you're always breaking the second one, and then it also is flint. You have to break the third one.
Right.
Ooh,
I mean, yeah.
mistake from
Ooh,
Aquacorde.
a little spillage
Flood.
here.
It's okay.
That's okay.
He is in a little bit slower than Tudorule, but not by much. Both these runners getting the spike. Heading towards it. Similar terrain decisions. Tudorule just a few seconds ahead on this nav. Aquacorde following in his footsteps. If he could see him, he would be right there.
There we go. The
There's
bastion
our
is in sight.
bastion.
What do we got here? Is it no, it's a housing. Ah, I thought we got another stables for a moment.
The biggest stables enjoyer ever.
Me.
Tudorule commits not to Manhunt, which is very interesting. Boating down here looks very nice. Aquacorde is going to
Yeah.
commit to Manhunt.
For the record,
we
that's
saw-
what I would have done.
We saw Aquacorde gain some time on Manhunt earlier today, a couple seeds ago. Did Manhunt on a seed and was able to exit very quickly. Oh my god, Torts, and he's dead. Wow, that could be it.
Wow. That could be the end of his playoffs, unfortunately.
He's getting camped by a sword piglin on the way to the backup blocks, and then unfortunately gets corner hit while hiding
That's very
in the
unfortunate.
1x1 hole, and it again partially his fault on the damage there getting into the manhunt, but there were 2 piglins there, the one guarding the backup blocks and the one that was on the chest, that were just genuinely in very, very bad spots, and it's just unlucky when something like that happens, and that might be too much time loss for Aquacorde to overcome if Tudorule can play the rest of the seed well. But he's got a lot of the seed left to go, Nerdy. Probably over half the seed at this point still. And almost guaranteed. So we'll see. I mean, he's going to be able to get back to his stuff quickly. Like, maybe it's only a minute and a half mistake from Aquacorde, but that's so much time. When we
Right.
see all these matches get decided by 10, 15, 20 seconds. A minute and a half, I don't know. It might be too much.
It's just gonna be tricky. It is, but at the same time, Tudorule needs to kind of focus up, keep finishing out the seed because, I mean, I don't know. We've seen mistakes from lots of runners today, honestly. And big mistakes like mismeasuring eyes, things like this, that absolutely would cost more than that death. So,
True.
it is a really harmful death for Aquacorde. Don't get me wrong. But my point is, the couple minutes lost there, it is, of course, still possible for Tudorule to lose this game.
Yeah. Aquacorde still has to try his best. That's the best he can do. Give Tudorule the least amount of possible time to finish the seed and just hope he messes up somewhere.
Right.
We will see.
Looking for the spawner here for Tudorule. I mean, yeah, we can basically, keep our eyes mostly focused here on Tudorule because it really is kind of about him making a mistake at this point.
Yeah.
Is he going to make a mistake? Is he going to lose time? Is he going to take a death? Is he going to mess up the zero? Things like that. That's kind of how Aquacorde could win this. Of course, Aquacorde, though, at the same time, also, even if Tudorule makes a mistake, even if it's a bad mistake, Aquacorde has to not make any mistakes as well in order to take advantage of that mistake, right? Because if he loses more time, then it's just even more game over. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's looking not too great here for Aquacorde.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Aquacorde. Yeah, that's the moral of the story is Tudorule is mining out a spawner and Aquacorde is in the Bastion. And that is sort of how the seed is going. And Aquacorde is going to need a lot of help in the form of a Tudorule crash out. As he has 4 rods already, 20 obsidian, 4 pork chop for food, diamond pickaxe even. 4 beds.
Tudorule's
2
gonna
anchors?
know, as well. Maybe he might already know, but if he doesn't know now, he's gonna know soon that, Aquacorde just entering this fort super, super late.
This is the comeback though. Look at this. Aquacorde, no, you have to check that chest. That's your out. The looting sword
that would have been
in the
awesome.
ruined portal, and he doesn't look for it.
That would have been like pure RNG. I guess maybe it wouldn't be awesome, but it would have been.
I mean, the fact that he goes out of his way for it, I mean, you'd have to intentionally go there. But I guess, yeah, it is RNG that there would be a looting sword. But he doesn't even opt to mine around and look for the chest.
Oh, man.
Could have been a notch there.
If you check the seed later and you see that it had the looting. Honestly, though, I don't think the looting saves enough time. Because, I mean, look at Tudorule here.
I don't think it is. Tudorule is just going. Yeah, he's got 13 eyes. Only 1 pro on the bar, but yeah, he's got another stack. I was going to say, most likely we'll have another stack. Taking a little bit of damage there, but 4 pork chop is more than enough to heal and have him not hunger reset. And he's already approaching coordinates nearly. Going to probably be digging down or building the portal here in just a second. Yeah, and I just think there's not much Aquacorde can do.
Yeah.
Just has to watch the advancements and hope Tudorule messes up somehow.
Just slowly but surely, less and less opportunities here for Tudorule to make mistakes as he finishes out more and more of the seed. Gonna be mining through here, looking for it.
Gonna potentially look in the ocean here as well, but no light level. This is where he was. He's getting the spike backwards. Is it down here? I don't think so. He's gonna commit to that light source though.
Oh, he's like really deep now at this point.
Yeah, I feel like he is very deep. I feel like he's very committed to this direction, and it was just potentially a misscan.
So he looks like he might hear something.
There he is.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, does hear it, does find it.
And just gonna dig through.
Can he 0? 5 beds, 1 anchor. Let's see. Short tower, so he's able to get there. Only on 2.5 hearts, but has 1 pork chop. Going to 95 here. Wow.
Wow, just not trying to take any chances,
and
I guess.
Gets there, yeah. Very clean first bed. Going for the double bed. Gets it. 1 bed and 1 anchor left. As long as the KB was there. Oh,
jeez, man.
Oh, barely gets it off that anchor.
Me.
Wow, that was scary. Yeah, but it just would have done enough damage. Dragon was very low. gets that
Like,
anchor.
that would have been if that messed up. That would have been like the kind of mistake we would need for Aquacorde to win this series.
Big throw, no more explosives, die in the end. That would have been the throw we needed, but Tudorule clutched it out. Sub 10 our Snowy
go.
Village overworld. Maybe the first Snowy Village we've ever seen in the ranked playoffs. No, we've seen a
Up
couple
there.
Taiga villages.
One
but
of
that
the
might be
onlys. I don't know.
Maybe the only Snowy Village we've ever seen, but that's a 3-1 for Tudorule. The third qualifiers player of the day, Nerdy, Aquacorde, is out. We currently have a 3-0 record and a 9-2 overall record for the auto-qualified top 12 players.
There we go.
And this was our strongest qualifier competitor as well. Was a full seed ahead of second place in the qualifiers, was very up there, and just unfortunately couldn't close it out, made a couple too many mistakes. Big theme this best of five, big theme last best of five as well. It's just who's making the least amount of mistakes, but that's how most of the matches go. Otherwise, the runners are very, very competitive, very close otherwise. But it's just that death. That's all it is.
Right.
Not much more else to say, but
Good match. Good
Yeah.
good series there.